Hi guys, today's episode of Together, I wanted to make about these little things that literally control our entire world and I'm sure play a large part in your day-to-day life. I wanted to do a quick talk and rant about our phones specifically, or our technology and social media use. I was in the shower the other day because always get your deepest thoughts in the shower, and I just realized I become so accustomed to how we use our phones and how we use technology that it never really fully hit me until that moment how much these phones control our lives. Sure, I've thought about it, but then I just got this disgusting feeling that, wow, these phones really control our lives. Like, they really are messing us up. You hear adults say it, and you'll definitely think it yourself, wow, I spend a lot of time on my phone. Wow, it takes me out of the moment. But I really thought about it fully, and I think it's fully weird how we spend our time on this planet like with our face buried in a phone. And what are we doing that's so important? We're not doing anything. We're literally looking at other people's lives, trying to look good, trying to make our life look good. We're doing stuff that's programmed in us. It's our human nature to compare ourselves to other people and to look at other people's lives and be a little nosy and try to make our lives look good from the outside. But the difference is we're doing it while we're buried in our phones and we're not paying any attention to the world around us. It's gotten to such a bad point. I've talked to a lot of people about how I think the world's going so fast lately. I used to feel like years were so long and summers were so long and even days were so long. Now it just all blurs together, and I feel like this is partly due to how much we use our phones. If you go into your screen time setting on your phone and look at how many hours a day you actually spend sitting on your phone, it's terrifying because it just creeps up on you. You don't even realize how much time you sit there basically doing nothing. Literally nothing. All you're doing is you're making yourself feel terrible. That's what a phone does to you. Half of it, at least for the demographic I'm kind of speaking to, like teenage girls, it's looking at other people's lives and trying to boost up your life and make it look good too. It's all so superficial. All of it is so superficial. None of it is real. And it makes me really sad, especially when using our phone takes us out of the moment and brings us into another world that we could literally access any time of the day. We miss crucial moments in our lives and our feelings become numb because we're spending our time inside of our phone and we're not living in the present and we're not taking in every moment. Like when you're with all your friends and you guys are all just sitting around on your phone, we're not being creative anymore, we're not using our minds. Like, we're becoming little zombies to our phones, and it's so sad. When we're with our friends, all we're doing is looking at what everybody else is doing or talking to other people that aren't there. We're not appreciating stuff anymore. We're not appreciating the moments we're in. It makes me really, really upset, actually. And I'm definitely a victim to this. I'm not trying to be condescending and saying that everyone is so flawed, and I'm not. I'm definitely a terrible victim of this. I'll be out to dinner with my friends and I'll be sitting on my phone scrolling through Instagram or looking on Snap Maps. I'll be doing the stupidest stuff, which is actually quite creepy if we think about it. And I won't be in the moment, like talking to my best friends. And I feel like it just like it numbs our emotions almost. We're not doing things fully anymore. If we're having a lazy day, we used to have to think of something to do. We would read, we would write, we would be creative. Now we just sit and scroll through our phone looking at like predetermined content that's like put out for us, and it's terrifying how much control it has over us. Celebrities posting things that will influence us and us trying to become like someone else, which is a whole other video. But this phone, which has so much influence on us, has completely taken us over, and we've let it readily take us over. It's really sad to me because I think it's something that's overlooked because it's become so normal for our generation. Other generations do not have this, which sucks that we're like the guinea pigs for this thing. And I think we've basically grown up since we were probably like 5 years old or even younger, some of you, with this phone. And it's such a normal part of our lives that we never step back and look and see how damaging it is to us and how it's kind of making us waste our lives on our phones. It makes me really upset, and so I'm gonna really try to do my part in it because I think it's giving me a lot of self-esteem issues, and it has been for years. I've talked about this in almost every single episode of Together. Seeing everyone on social media and the media we consume really can taint our self-esteem and damage it, and it certainly has for me over the years. So I think I need to take a break from all of it in some sort of way. The key, I think, is balance, and I always say this, in every part of our life, balance is crucial. So I think for my phone, I need to start balancing it out. I think it's definitely an amazing tool, and without social media, I would never have created this platform, and I never would have met all of you guys and brought us all together really on this channel. But also, it has its downsides. It's made me lose time with my friends. It's made me miss out on amazing moments and miss out on being myself and enjoying my life. It really has, and we've tricked ourselves that it's part of our lives, kind of. We tricked ourselves that it's like makes us happy, because it does release like dopamine. We have this illusion that our phones are gonna make us happy, and it's proven that like certain social interactions like release more dopamine. So I think when we get likes on Instagram and we like get attention on social media and we get texts and stuff like that, it releases more dopamine in our brains, which makes it more and more addictive. It releases this happy chemical that makes us think it's such like a nice happy thing for us, and it's gonna make us happy. But it's really all an illusion. It's such a trick. And another thing I realized when I was in the shower the other day, this all came from me being in the shower, that we're never alone. We are not alone for a second. As long as your phone is by your side, we never feel alone. And I think alone time is really important. Obviously, we're social beings and we need connections with others to be happy, but being alone for at least like an hour a day, I think is so important. And being able to think for yourself and kind of connect with yourself in the world and reflect is so important. I feel like that element to the world has been completely stripped from our generation. I feel like there's no act of being fully alone anymore, because you always can turn to your right, pick up your phone, get 1,000 texts from people, Snapchat 1,000 people, even look through Instagram and hear 1,000 different opinions, and it's so unhealthy. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good to it, and I've said that. The community is being made. Getting to have everyone so globalized and so central is really incredible, but just the fact that it's become so addictive to us to get all this social media attention and to hold our phone in our hands minute after minute, hour after hour. It's weird. I realize I walk everywhere with this little box of technology in my hand. I'm never without it. It's insane. I think we need to start realizing how damaging it actually is to us, and how much it really takes us out of ourselves, and it puts us in this whole other world where we're not thinking for ourselves and we're not observing the world and appreciating everything, because it's all about appreciating and being grateful for everything and feeling real emotions. And this phone puts us in somewhere else, and it takes us out of some amazing moments. People will be at concerts on their phone, they'll be out at dinner on their phone, they'll be doing all this incredible stuff on their phone. I think we need to start realizing it and controlling ourselves a little more. I noticed that the screen time thing is really helpful. I was looking at that today. It tells you kind of when you're on your phone the most, how many times you pick it up, which apps you use the most. So I realized I'm on my phone the most in the mornings on the weekends and then after school. So I'm gonna start being more conscious of that. The first thing we do in the morning, most of us, is wake up and check our phone. That's so terrible. We don't have time to process the day, appreciate the day, set our goals for the day, even just like wake up and look around. We don't have time to do anything, but like our first thought is check the phone, which is terrible. So I'm not gonna check my phone first thing in the morning. I don't even think I'm gonna check it at all when I'm getting up and getting ready for school or getting ready in the morning, because it instantly puts us in a terrible place. If you're scrolling through, no matter what kind of content you're seeing, or if you're texting anyone, I think it's important to wake up and embrace the day in a healthy, positive way, which involves being in tune with ourselves and not with our phone. And then I also saw that some certain apps really take up a lot of my like time spent on my phone. So I actually set some daily restrictions for some apps, which is a good feature that I think Apple created. If you feel like you don't have enough discipline to like not check your phone for a certain amount of time, you can literally set limits on it, and like you can keep calling and texting and maps and important stuff like that. It like doesn't shut your entire phone off. But if you notice you're spending like a significant portion of time on Instagram every day, set a limit for how many minutes or how many hours you want to spend on Instagram a day, and then once that's out, it literally won't let you back on it. And I think it's important to condition ourselves to not be so dependent on our phones and to like branch out and not rely on them so much. So I'm really happy with that feature, and it really is interesting. So I would recommend going and looking at that if you haven't, because it was really, really eye-opening to me. So that's kind of everything I wanted to touch on. I just kind of wanted to make this because I wanted to bring my thoughts to you guys. I don't think my comments are going to be on in this video because it's been almost a year and they're still not turned on. I'm just waiting till I'm 18. That's when they'll be on, I think. So be sure to shoot me DMs on my Instagram or comment on my Instagram. Last video I asked you guys to do that and I got the most amazing DMs. So thank you guys so much. I'm so appreciative for you guys. You guys are seriously the best. And I'm really happy you're enjoying this series on my channel. It's literally my favorite thing and I'm so grateful. That is everything for today's video. And now I'm gonna set a little challenge for you, which I'm gonna do right now after I film this video. Don't go on your phone for 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes out of your day. Do not pick it up, put it in a different room. Go do something else. Go do something that feeds your mind. Go talk to people. Do something without your phone. Try to set those challenges every day and try to make them longer and longer every day, because I'm gonna start doing that and I'd encourage you to do it along with me. Alright guys, that is everything for this Sunday's video and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!